honestly, in my opinion, for most people, what matters for a fat loss phase is calories, protein, and fiber. I think people get really caught up on the fats and carb aspect when it really makes very little difference to the outcomes. Like you could take a slightly lower carb approach, a slightly lower fat approach. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on personal preference. Where people are like, oh no, what's my, like, if I'm calorie tracking, what fats and carbs do I need to aim for? I'm like, as long as you're staying within your calorie budget and you're getting a high enough protein amount to keep you satiated and to help with muscle retention, I literally could not care less about the rest. Unless they're an athlete and we are trying to also maintain performance and perhaps their carb availability matters a little bit more. I might be more specific about, okay, make sure you get, a certain amount of carbs for training, and maybe we'll keep fats a little lower for that specific scenario. But across the board for most people, calories and protein are the two things that matter. There's rarely a time where I'll give people macros and I'll include a certain amount for fats and carbs. The one thing I would preface is not going too low from a fat perspective. So just ensuring there is enough fats consumed for regular kind of metabolic and hormonal health. So I might give a minimum for fats, but when it comes to fats and carbs, I rarely ever give numbers, just because when we're thinking fat loss outcomes, it's really the calories in versus calories out aspect that matters. And then with a secondary emphasis on protein just from satiety and muscle retention. So it does have an impact on kind of the body composition outcome, at least of a fat loss phase. Everything else is preference.